Okay then. Okay, I would like to go ahead and call our meeting to order. And on the first item on our agenda is the regular meeting of February 24th. And Ms. Lou, need to take action. You want to move to approve the call to order? Yeah, call to order. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, the attendance. Miss Miss Lou, Marcia, Mr. Iflak will be coming later, and I'm here. Miss Ms. Beaval is of silent, but she's excused. Okay. We have a quorum. We will proceed. Okay. I'm now calling our meeting to order. And I would like to go ahead and approve the minutes of February 24. Would I hear a motion to approve the minutes of our February 24th meeting? Motion to accept.
Mrs. Barnes.
Okay, Mrs. Barnes, seconded by Ms. Nicholas. Okay. Motion carried. There's three of us. Okay. We will proceed on here now. It goes back to you. Okay. This is okay. Okay, unfinished business, CEO. Can you go ahead with your report, please?
Good morning, everyone. So for the grant and other federal assistance, on your package, we see the CMP um, allotment requests and deposits that we have. The latest that we have received on March 25 is for the month of January 2026. I was looking into the turnover turnaround time for our receipts of the invoices that we submit to them, the claims. In the beginning, it takes about 4 months before it gets to us or before the reimbursements come to our bank account. But you would notice beginning May 2025 up to the most recent one, the turnaround time is about just 2 months.
Okay.
We already have submitted February claims for the child nutrition program for the reimbursable meals. So as March 2026, we're just waiting for the actual reimbursements to go into everything. So from the beginning, since we first got approved in the child nutrition program in November 2024, we have received $389,883.91 in reimbursement. Okay. Now for the AmeriCorps program, the second page, you have also the allotment request. And for the reimbursement of AmeriCorps program, the turnaround times is about 2 to 3 months. As soon as we submit the invoices,
Yeah, it's when it right away.
and Mr. Ed submits our invoices that we paid for, we receive it through DOA in about 2 to 3 months.
Okay.
Just wanna acknowledge Ms. Rosie, the principals are here.
Oh, okay. Oh, hi, welcome.
For our board meeting. And then to date, as of April 8, 2026, out of the 783,000 approved for that program year, 24-25, then we have, or 25-26, we have already used 410,000, 411,000 of the 784,000 in grant. Because we are ending the program year and it's a 3-year program, we already submitted the second budget for the program year, the upcoming program year. And it's not anymore 783,000. I believe it's about 1 million.
Oh,
That we are requesting because we requested for more AmeriCorps members. So we were approved for 30, I believe 30, but we requested for more AmeriCorps members. which they will be 650 stipend every month. In our first program year, I believe 20% comes from our GACS student, which is a very good turnout because that is in line with our college interview readiness program. To be an AmeriCorps member, you have to go through the different layers of clearances because it's a federal program. They have to get their fingerprinting, their police clearance. So they have the actual experience of applying for a job. They are interviewed by the director. Once they are AmeriCorps members, they have privilege like it's part of
But
their
an incentive.
yeah, an incentive is that government agencies, if you apply for that, if you have that AmeriCorps experience, it's something that they look at. Like,
You know, I really have to commend them for those requirements simply because once they leave the high school, they know now what are expected of them from different, employers, right? That,
Yeah.
oh, it's not a shot. I already know that. I think it's great.
Yeah.
and then they get to apply for a bank account because
Yes.
they get their
Yes.
stipends,
Yep.
right? So it's a good training ground.
Mhm.
Actually, it's even better than the the actual
Yes.
actual job when they apply for
Yeah,
because it's
yeah.
a federal grant. It's a
Correct.
federal position. So you have to go through the whole mile, right?
Even with the government of one, they have the same expectations, like police clearance,
Yeah.
health, or, your
But
shots,
this is more
everything.
stringent because you have to go do the
Fingerprint,
fingerprinting.
yeah. My granddaughter is part of that
Yeah.
AmeriCorps. But up to now, still, they have a lot of activities going on.
And all the activities is that are the members engaged with, it's partnering with the last one is with public health when they were helping out with the packaging of the food commodities.
Oh, yeah,
that
they
were
have
served.
to, yeah,
So
they have to
that's
go and help
recent
pack it up, yeah.
so they're very engaged. And on top of those, our students themselves, our high schoolers, beginning from the 9, 10, 11, and 12, are everyone is exposed to all these service learning opportunities. And Ms. Maria and Dr. Lelaine will be reporting on that, the improvement and the service learning hours that we have seen really improve because for them to graduate, right, they need 75 service learning hours. With the early exposure to these service learning opportunities, students as early as ninth grade are getting their service learning hours. So I'll leave that for
them to report.
Okay.
Okay.
With next on our agenda is the FEMA updates. Although it's the same, although we have not received the reimbursements
From the
from
typhoon.
FEMA from the Typhoon Mawar.
We have not.
Haven't because it's administered by the Guam Homeland Security.
Oh, and they
So
haven't
this
acted
is
on it?
not
That's too long.
even even Senator Guahan knows, I think it was mentioned to us that they really they're still backlog with all the reimbursement from all those who were up. But the fact that we have the the agreement or it's called the FOMO, the federal paperwork that says that we are approved, that we shouldn't worry about it. Actually, even the auditor said that we are supposed to claim those or recognize it as accounts receivable.
But we haven't received it
Even
yet.
if we have not received it by
Certain-
guidelines, federal guidelines, we have to be able to recognize them as account receivable.
But if you had used our school budget to correct some of those problems? How does that impact by the time they reimburse? I'm not sure. I mean,
Yes, so we've been using local funds to
that's
to
what I'm
do
saying.
that.
That's what I mean.
It's good that we have available funds because we don't pay for our rent, right? So
Correct.
we use it. And then there are other federal grants or there are other funding that we maximize, like for example, the damage textbooks that we had from the typhoon. We had to replenish it. We used it. We asked consolidated grant or at that time ARP. Without those, we wouldn't have the money to to front the orders and to
So what impact does it have by the time they reimburse the money from one and the problems have been corrected or issues have been?
I believe
Will they
it's our
take back that money
no,
or will
because
they?
it's a reimbursement program, so that's our
Yeah.
money.
So how
That's
are you going to
considered-
use that money to
We can
correct?
use it for the same things. It has to be for instructional materials. When they approve that budget, it's based on the receipts that we have already purchased. So if we purchase chairs because they were damaged during the typhoon, those are allowable expenses. That's why they're going to reimburse it. I believe we already asked this from the auditor, the independent auditor, and they gave us a guideline that it's now considered accounts receivable, which is our
Yeah.
money
So we can
for
spend that money to
for the
correct.
future expense
But you haven't received the money yet.
that we don't have. That's why in our last audit, everyone was saying we're rich because we have like assets.
But we don't have the cash.
So by the time you get that money,
It will be in the bank. But
I mean, how long can you keep it? In other words, I mean,
Before you
will it ever
spend it.
expire or
no,
it's an
because
ongoing?
already
It's
ours.
ongoing. Okay.
It's part
Okay.
of our budget. Now we can appropriate the incoming funds for
What
something
you need,
else.
yeah, okay.
For something. Because it's already approved, it's already an allowable expense.
Okay.
You won't get it if it was not an allowable expense in the first. And that was one of the findings in the
That-
OPA.
Yeah.
They said that whether we didn't get it or not, it's an accounts receivables, the documentation that we were approved for it, that came from FEMA or Homeland Security, it's enough documentation that warrants that it is coming.
The money is
Is
coming, even though it's not here
So in the
yet.
books, it has to be recognized as accounts receivable. And that's one thing that but they understand because it's our first time to have FEMA, right? So if we were not able to recognize it as an accounts receivables right away, but because of the documentation that we presented to them, they were saying that it's a federal grant, it's an allowable expense, then you consider it accounts receivable, whether you receive the money
Or not.
cash or not.
But they will be giving it to us for sure.
We've been following up. So the latest correspondence I have with Mr. Colono from Guam Homeland Security, they gave us a statement of our of the grant or of the federal
What damage did
assistance.
they cover?
Because it's divided into 4 different categories. One is for debris removal, things like that. The first project or the first category is already stating approved. So it's just a matter of the release of the funds. The 3 other categories are still pending assessment. There's a lot of paperwork that they have to go through it, but they're not waiting on our end because we already submitted all the necessary documents.
them,
It's
okay.
just them
Them taking
reviewing
action.
and taking action.
So when I was off island during the Marwar, did we get money from do we get money already from Mauer?
That's what
That's
we
the
were
one we're
talking
talking
about.
about.
That's
Waiting.
FEMA.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was 2023.
Yeah. So it's
3 years.
about 400, approximately 430, 450,000 that was approved for.
Are we getting any money from Typhoon Sinlaku?
Um, I
Sinlaku.
don't think we have it yet. It's not open, but because I believe that FEMA is prioritizing stipend.
Oh, yeah.
But
They
in
really
the
need the help,
in the
yeah.
event that they open up assistance for Typhoon Sinlaku, we're ready because we document all the damages.
So was there a lot of damages there also? No,
We'll,
right?
we'll go through that on the next part
Okay.
of the agenda.
Okay.
I'll brief you with the Sinlaku report.
Okay.
Maybe move on now to the second part.
Yeah.
We care activities and updates. We have the principal here to go over or share with us the results from ASVAB. The results from ASVAB compared to our last ASVAB assessment. She would go over that, but before that, I just wanted to mention that our scheduled work piece assessment that was meant to be last week, we had to move it because of the
Storm,
typhoon,
yeah.
the storm, and at the same time because we had our internet was not
It's down. It's down, right?
it's down. It's like on and off. So as not to affect the results also, the last Friday it was moved to to May 1 and 2nd.
May
But
1st.
I will give the floor to Dr. Lalaine to discuss the ASVAB data progress, which is in your packet. Good morning, everyone.
Hi. Hey.
Okay, for our ASPAB of the school year 2025-26, we have the number of students for the 12th grade is 43. However, there's only 27 who took the exam.
Okay.
So out of the 27, there are 13 passers. So we should say their grade is from 30 and above, and our highest score is 72.
Mm.
Last year, for our ASPAB, we have 22 takers for our ASVAB, only 4 passed, and our highest score is 52.
52%.
52 for last year. Today, for this year, we have 7.
So that's a great improvement.
Very good. Yeah.
That's in percentage, the year before is 18% passers out of the 22 test takers, but now it went up to 48%. That's a very big jump for ASTA.
Yeah.
That means we can see the measurable results of our WeCare program because our goal in the WeCare is not just to prepare them for college or career,
Yeah,
but also for military. We
Yeah.
added that in our training.
Job related, yeah.
And ASLab is something that we want to retain and keep because it's more of a, it's not just for military. We're
Right.
making our students aware that it is more for to test your strengths, their strengths, and
Or you're good at, and
It's a
then
battery test.
they get to choose,
Okay, go ahead.
explore.
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
It's a battery test wherein they have to test the different skills that they have. So that's more on vocational, whatever literacy you are already competent with. So there are breakdowns, especially for our aspect.
and the math portion too is good. When I think when you mentioned the passing score of, we say 30 because that's the requirement from the military. But there are other branches already that it's lowering down the passing score, but we keep it at 30 because that's the military or basic. There are branches, I believe, that there was a year, right, that they brought it down to even 30. But we kept our standards at 30 when she reported about the passers. We took the 30 as a passing score.
Okay.
And the highest score you mentioned is
72.
7.
And that's it.
Yes. So that's really great
Yep.
improvement to those to the
72.
teams.
So the students that did not pass, like in this case, there are like 14 that did not pass. Is there any ways to help them have a clear understanding of the
Actually,
abstract?
they're allowed to retake it.
Yes, but how do we help them prepare
Pass the
for?
test.
Yeah. So I believe that the results are given back to them, right?
Yes.
By the teachers. It's the math teachers who are giving them tutorial. But I know we also have one class specific teacher who does
That's Miss Marshall, Mr. Marshall.
Mr. Marshall. We have one designated teacher who does review for ASTA as well. So that's like our intervention to those.
Kids
And
that do
then
not
the assessments are they go through the assessment, the results so that they know. We did that also last year, and that's the reason why
We have a
they
higher-
improve. We have a higher.
and student passing.
So how many times can they take the test? I'm gearing my question towards those 14 students. Can
For
they take?
free here, they can take at any time. But if they want to take it outside, then they have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Or they
For
can
here
go
it's
through
free.
the branches of the.
And how many times does GACS offer the test to
We
these people?
do it yearly.
Or just once a year?
Twice a year.
Twice a year? Oh, okay.
Twice a year.
Okay.
The one that can't pass the first time, they can take it.
Take it. But the comparison that Dr. Lalaine gave us is this year, the most recent one, and from the last school year.
So it
You see the
improved
progression.
72%, yeah.
Anything else, Dr. Lalaine?
So with our assessment schedule, this week since Monday until tomorrow is our DWA for third to fifth grade.
Fifth grade,
Yeah, and then next week that will be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That will be May 4th to 6th. That will be for 6, 7, 8, and 11th grade.
wow.
So then, and after that, we have our Renaissance and Illumination. For the makeup class, that will be on May 11 to 15 in LRC. And the one who will be calling the students will be Miss Marita, Jonah, and Miss Buka in charge for our makeup class. For those students who were not able to make it from 3rd to 11th.
Yeah. Total. So 10 to the 11th. Okay.
Anything else, Dr. Lalaine?
So I have also reported for the third quarter honor roll, the number of students who were able to do the A honor roll and B honor roll. So there are few, if you can see, a few students were not be enrolled in the B honor roll. But for the teachers right now, we more emphasize on the remaining 18 days that we have to emphasize to strengthen. Like for example, especially for our primary, for the primary students to focus more on writing, blending, and sound.
I think the last time, right? It was mentioned that if we could just have the total and the percentage so that we can really figure out of how many kindergartens students do we have, then there's 33 out of the total kindergarten. That way it's easier to see by percentage. But this is a majority, I believe, because for 12 graders, how
So
many?
I'm sorry, let's go back to the kindergartens. So all of the kindergarten students, 33, are either A or B.
Correct.
Yes.
Ah, that's a
That's good.
data.
That, which is good, yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, and I can share with you just quickly the how many kindergartners we have currently.
33.
Is, no, 33 is, 28 plus 4 is 32. Oh, so the 33 is the total number. of
Correct.
That's what I
students.
meant. All of the kindergarten were
Almost,
either
yeah.
A and B.
32 out of 33.
Yeah.
And then for first grade,
Yeah, 30.
that's 31 out of 35.
Yeah.
So maybe you can just add a column of the total so that you can see
Yeah.
How many passed
How
and
many
what is
without
still
adding.
pending, yeah.
And then also at the bottom,
Give a
out
total.
of the whole from kinder to 12, there's 162 students. A honor roll out of the 632 students, which is a very good percentage.
We have 632 kids now.
So that's a good indication, and it's a good data for us to see right away the improvements. Of course, other than our internal assessment, which is Wednesday. Any more questions?
Anything else?
Trustee?
That's it, okay.
Thank you, Dr. Lilin.
Okay.
Um, makeup day. I just wanted to go over the makeup day. This is because of the typhoon that 5 days that we didn't have school. It's a little difficult to have 5 makeup days, but there's a proposal that maybe for the last TV session on May 18, we can convert it to a school day just to see how we can make it up.
Okay.
But the other
That's
option
right.
that you can consider is extending, and it
School-
impacts other area, extending the
School year?
instructional time.
Or instructional time.
Right, either what you in classes
that's a
at
good-
2, maybe, I don't know how
Instead of
much time,
2:15.
but that's an option, but it
2 to 3.
impacts bus
Busing.
operation. So you might wanna do some,
Yeah.
rather than.
That's
yeah.
that's the difficulty because our time for pickup from the bus is really at 2:15. They cannot extend it any further because they have to.
pick
It
up
will
the-
affect the other GPOs.
School. So they can't
And that's the
increase it,
reason
yeah.
why I just wanna bring it up to the board so that we are all aware. Although I think there was an assessment for the third quarter to see if they're on their unit lesson and any reports on. I know Miss Maria mentioned that the elementary are on
track.
track.
Yeah, we just need to be prepared to answer that kind of question that may arise from
From the
anybody,
parents, yeah.
on the community, that if DOE has to make it out, why doesn't, I mean,
Charter,
always that,
And I'm
so we just need to be prepared.
yes, and I'm also in coordination with the deputy superintendent and the superintendent to make sure that what are their action plan or how they're going to do it so that we
That
can
should-
align
right,
with
that's
them. Because in the charter law, right, although we have to have 180 days, it also states that whatever GDO you have to match.
Yeah.
So that's
okay.
that's other recommendation. But definitely this makeup day is we can make up one already. I'll give further details as to that.
So, I mean, the other possibility is taking a look at the lunchtime. I mean,
reducing
do
the
most of the
lunchtime.
kids finish lunch at a certain time?
We looked into that, and that's part of the budget hearing too. That's why we're requesting for a space where we have a bigger cafeteria because we have 3 staggered lunches.
Yeah.
And,
Find them.
and as soon as the primary leaves,
The secondary
it's the intermediate first.
first, yeah. Before
And
the
then
high,
after that,
the high
the high school, but it's middle school and high school. So it's they just have 30 minutes. And most of them they just leave right away to eat their lunches in the hallways or
Oh, they
but
take it out and eat
yes,
it
because
outside.
our meals are in a bento box.
Oh,
And
that's
that's
good
the
though.
reason why we have it. It's more convenient.
For them
But
to
of
take
course,
it out and eat, finish it. Okay.
but they are encouraged to eat it, of course, in the
Cafeteria.
cafeteria, but they have to make it to that time.
To pick up their lunch and okay.
These are like our challenges that we are still working on, working with despite of the challenges. So, but thank you for that. We can look into.
Yeah, we just need to be ready to address that kind of question that may be asked from somebody, you know. But if DO is making it up, how come GACS is not
Not
making
making
it?
it up.
You're robbing instructional time from our kids.
And that's why we are in coordination with the
DOE.
DO.
I may ask, I know we are planning to do the makeup work, but I know when we came back from the typhoon recovery thing, Monday, for a fact, I know little elementary to high school, they've been trying to extend a little of their time before going out for lunch, and they cut off the playtime to go back to
To instructional
to the
time.
instruction time, even for secondary.
Okay. You're trying to find ways
Are
to
they
make it up.
recording? Are they recording that information? Because vital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although we're still waiting for the makeup day from, that's what you're doing.
Okay.
Just to get caught up with
Yeah.
their
Giving up some of their playtime to their
and that's the
instructional
beauty
time.
of internet too. And some of their work are sent out online. So they do it on Google Classroom, right? So they already have access to the work. It also must be noted that thank you for that reminder because when GDOE we started earlier. Monday we had to start. Monday right away. So when it was announced P4 right? P4 on Friday noon, we still we were able to start Monday right after.
Yeah.
We only had Friday
Okay.
afternoon, Saturday, and even Sunday to assess and make
Adapt,
sure
isn't
the school is ready. And that's good thing. I am very proud to say because all the 99% of the charter school started on Monday. Because we don't want to lose any more time.
Yeah.
as 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 it is. So that's it. We can proceed now with
Okay.
student support services. I'll give the floor to Miss Maria, the principal for student support.
Okay. Miss Maria.
Yes, ma'am. So update on attendance behavior data and the senior student service learning hours. So based on the attendance data show for February and March, for the overall trend across grade level with some of the fluctuations month to month, February and March. We still continue to monitor and support. We give support if needed for grades with lower percentage and immediately on March. Because Ms. Dinka and myself and others team also do on grade levels. If you can see it on March that the little things some went higher than previous month. So yeah, so there's the fluctuation, the lower grade, lower percentage of their attendance went a little bit higher on the following month.
Yeah.
So we constantly monitoring those students, and there are now some of them are on behavior or attendance contract.
Mm.
That across from elementary all the way to high school.
And it shows a lot of improvement.
Anything else? And then for the behavior data, again, February and March. February, we do have reported 17 disciplinary referrals. Most frequent violation is still the abusive language and the possession of contraband, which is vape. And then followed by the minor incidents, which is defiance, endangerment, or forced playing. We do seek other agencies when it comes to contraband, which is the vape, to help us reach out to the students and the families of particular or whoever is involved in possession of contraband. Then the following month, it decreases. Contraband no longer in the picture for the following month. You just have to remind students that now possession of vape at a minor age is already a law and it can be punishable of a record on their part, which is GPD will be involved on the second and or third offense if it's a back-to-back infraction.
But do they sell the vape for the younger kids?
Some of them says that they get it from Paseo. They found it on the floor.
Oh,
Times they say that another student
gave it to
gave
them.
to hold it because they don't want to get in trouble. But because most of our students are easy to say, okay, I don't, you know, you're my friend, so I will help you. So
Ah,
when we explain it to them that they can also get in trouble. they
yeah,
don't
if they're
get mad.
holding it right.
So and then we hold conference with the parents. And the parents, of course, get mad at their kids. So
Mm.
What are statements? What are they?
so in every referral, there's an incident report, which is a statement of the student. If they see something,
Oh, okay.
fight something at Paseo, they come to us
They
and say,
report it.
I'm here to report something, an
Okay.
incident at Paseo or an incident at the playground. It serves as like an evidence or proof if both parties being called to the office and try to resolve the issue, you know, the he, she thing. So we have a witness saying, because we cannot call the student in front to be the witness. So we use their statement as a witness that you did this,
So,
you said this.
so our students are watching out for each other. And so they report what they see.
What they see. If they see it firsthand instead versus I hear it. So we weigh it. So we are more on the
What we see,
instead of
what they hear.
the facts rather than hearsay.
Say, yeah.
Because
Okay.
hearsay is protecting your friend.
But third and fourth graders, huh?
Yeah. But I know Miss Maria or the principals give them the opportunity to explain themselves and hear their
What-
side. We can't just say, oh, this is what
Yeah.
you said, you're punished. So both parties are being heard and given the opportunity to explain and
Okay.
their perspective how it is. Of course, it's depending on their judgment, right? And then last but not the least, the senior service learning hours. Out of 39 students, we have 2 students still trying to finish the 75 hours of service learning hours, and we are still helping them here in school. But it must be noted that the 2 probably didn't start senior year here before, or did they? Yeah. One is identified student, and then the other one is just started last year. Thank you, Miss Maria.
Okay.
To continue with that, because senior service learning hours is part of our initiative or our WeCare program. Back in January, it was mentioned that we did apply for the Building Hope. So the team, GACS, was able to apply for that. It's like
What is the
an
building hope?
Building Hope. Back in January, we mentioned that it is an organization where they have this opportunity to enter as a school so that they can award you with funding and then give professional development training for the leaders. If you have something to share about your college and career readiness program. So while we got a notification that we did not get selected out of let me just share my screen yet. No. This is a good indication. So we got the email back in February reporting to us that the program is called Future Forward Schools Prize and Fellowship Program. Out of 157 applications all over the states, 41 states joined. It's good to see that we're in the map because it says states. Class 1.
Oh, yeah.
Before it's always states, but to be put there that there's an
They added in
application,
one.
and I'm sure that's one academic charter school who tried it. So I would like to take this opportunity to just recognize the leadership team who put their effort in completing the application form. This is something we are very eager to share, right? That what's improving in our WeCare program.
Yeah, really, it's good.
And we'll try again next year.
Did they give you a feedback like, is there any missing information in the application or
No, there's
feedback?
no missing information. It's completed because in the first place it won't be accepted if
If
there's
it's not
missing
complete, yeah.
information. It's just that out of the 157 applications, there might be other criteria that they could shift.
But out of that, the 36 were,
Yes.
it's,
But
How many schools were accepted?
there's only 10.
10?
The program only allows for 10 schools. And they will give I know the price is I I I forgot the pricing. I think it was not $4,000 for school to improve the program. But this is more of a career readiness program. And because we have our year, we know that
that's
we
why
could compete and we could even share.
Is this a yearly thing?
This is a yearly thing, but it says here that it's a different sponsor. This time around, it's a Bright Bound. So depending on the sponsors, if they have prices for the group.
Well, let's just continue to keep putting in our application.
yeah.
So here are they gave us a preview of the states that
Were
meet the
approved.
finalists. Yes. New York, Boston, Ohio. So these are the 10 schools or the 10 the states that the 10 winners
That were, okay.
So the light blue are the states where applications were submitted.
And the dark blue is the
The
one
dark
approved.
blue is the 10 that were
Approved.
Selected.
selected.
And the gray,
That's just
It's
the
surprising, there's
Yeah.
nothing from the west,
Yeah.
Yeah.
not
There's
one.
52 Yeah, 41 states showed interest, but the applications
It's only
only came
36.
from 36 states plus Guam.
Yeah, plus one, yeah.
So out of the 52, the rest.
How many from Guam? Do you know?
I'm sure it's only us.
Oh, that's good.
So we
That's
put
why they
our,
add, that's why they added
why-
Guam
that's
in
why they
because of
added
us.
that one. So it's good to know that.
Yeah.
We shared this also. I actually shared this to the other charters also, so that in the next year if they have
They-
another round,
they
let's
can-
all join.
Join.
Yeah. And we continue to to show the positive results of the charter schools
Yeah,
here
very-
on island.
Yeah.
So with that, I
Was there any monetary
yes,
prize?
I remember there's a 10,000, I believe, or 4,000. I have that in my notes. That's in January.
That they give to the
Yes,
schools
they
that
give
were
to the
selected.
school, and then you can use it to advance the program.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, and besides the monetary prize, they have that fellowship program for the leaders to attend to,
Oh, that's
which
great.
is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we wanted that. Although I think we have enough money to
Well, the more the merrier.
yeah, but the more the merrier.
Okay.
Next in the agenda is our facility and school improvement plan. So part of our improvement plan is the platform, organizational management platform, which is called CARIINA. So in our last PD, February or March, March? Oh yes, March. March, and as we mentioned back in our February board meeting, we have this organizational management app or software that we use and launch sometime in March, which we call CARIINA. So CARIINA is this organizational management program or software that is aligned to our RenWeb, which is our student information system, aligned to other programs. But the main purpose of this program is to centralize our operations.
So rather than dealing with, let's say, 3 or 5 is one.
Yes, and then there's a dashboard that we can monitor the efficiency of the operation of tasks. I will show you one only for the operations within the internal operation. So when a teacher is requesting for a supply, the usual process is they fill out the form.
Yeah.
And then they submit it to the person in charge. And then out of the 50 or 20, it's manual. And then on top of the form, if they're requesting for maintenance in their classroom, they would have to email. And we know now that the email can go very long because, and then it's so possible that you lose it because of so many emails and the paper
Yeah.
trail of back and forth, back and forth. Is it done? Is it done? But you want to document it.
Right.
So we want to email it. On the other hand, if you want it faster, you WhatsApp it. But how can we perform our tasks, our duties and responsibilities if we're always on the phone and then we
WhatsApp.
don't get to address the concerns? That's in the operational side. Now with this application or with this software, all the employees can just do it and the convenience of their cell phones because there's an app. So at Sunday, I want to have 10 pencils or whatever supplies. They can just easily do that. And who's notified is the only person in charge. And then they will be alerted right away if there is. Now, once it is resolved and addressed by the pertinent person in charge, automatically the person who requested will also be notified
Oh, that it was
of
approved.
that it was approved and it's done
Okay.
without searching in your WhatsApp who did this.
Yeah.
And then at the back end of it, I'm showing you what we see as administrators because we can see the results.
Mm.
It provides us feedback right away. So this current month, there are already 298 requests. Out of that 298 requests, we can see that 106 came from IT. So 106 is done. 103 is done. If you can see here, 103 is done. So meaning
Oh,
three
yeah.
more to be
Complete.
completed.
Yeah.
So it increases the efficiency and makes the processes faster.
Faster.
And then we can track. It helps the individuals too of filtering the tasks that they have on hand. That's just one side of it. But the one that I really wanted to share with you is the I'll give one more example on the academic side. I would say parents also can use the app, but we haven't turned it on yet because we want
To get you
to
to
get
it.
used to
Yeah.
it internally
Yeah.
and make
Before
sure the
you go
flow
out,
of the
yeah.
taxes and the approval process is set in place. So for the employees who are requesting for verification of employment, they no longer need to email. They can just do the same request and then it will be given to them and they will be alerted automatically if it's there.
So who is responsible for monitoring that the feedback is timely?
Administrators. So the administrators all have access to it. For now, there's 6 of us who are part of that team to test the
System.
the system out. But as we go by, there would only be 2 or 3 who has access.
So each of your team is responsible for certain area like personnel,
Yes.
curriculum, business, all of that.
Yes.
Okay.
So for
So
example,
you would know, right, who's not responding and
So-
who is responding in a timely bit. That's
Yes.
great.
It's very good because it's now all digitized.
Yeah.
And
Even
it's all in the system.
It's all in the system. There's immediate feedback. No longer we have to use Excel spreadsheet and then
And
we
it-
improved it. Actually, we use forms, Google Forms, but you still have to. It's still somehow manual because you will have
Have to do
to
the form.
do
and send
the charts. And I'm very excited and pleased to show you part of it it's and the benefit of it because if we go to the website in our website, this Starfish Hub is where we can see that. So what is open and what is available for you for the stakeholders. And one of the things that is there would be parents are able to see the results of our WeCare program. You know how we always report to you out of our dispatch, 50% shows college, 20% shows military, and I give you like
I know.
pocket
Yeah.
spreadsheet and it has to be big. I have to print it so that you can see and then I'll show it. And this is automatic. And I would like to recognize Miss Cammy because she was the one working on it. And Miss Cammy, are you in the Cammy, are you in the call? Are you in the call? Yes. Can you? I'll let you show the. Oh, you're not in the call. Oh, okay. So I need to be able to call you to let me know So I don't want to steal that from you because you deserve to be recognized for all the work. So anyone, any parent too, students who go to the website, if they click on the Be There program, they would see the result.
Oh,
So there's two sites.
Oh, okay, I'm just showing them how to get to the result.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the main portal for the parent, the WeCare board, right? So we have the parent portal, the student portal. The parents have access to the domain results, which shows their interests and their cluster interests, the students that they've taken. So further down will show the journey of what they do in the WeCare. So they start elementary and they go all the way to high school. That just outlines their journey, right? And then it just has a bit of resources on the side. Further down is just more information about the online programs that we have. And links, these are hyperlinked, so you can just click on the title and it'll take you to that website so you can learn more about what they do. And then go further up, let's say you're a parent and you want to see just a general idea, get a general idea of the interests that they've had throughout their time. So you can go into the parent portal, and this is just more in depth of what the program is and what they do in the program. So, and then it also has like information about the school. Further down, we have more information, and then further down here, we have the links to the results. So every year, yes, every year the students get a domain survey that they take, which is where they choose their pathway. There's 4 pathways and then 16 clusters. And within that, they get to choose their interests. Like, let's say you're wanting to go to college, the military, career, or in the trades. They choose from those 4. And then here are the results
oh,
as each year goes by. So we started, this is the class of 26, and they started this survey their sophomore year. So 2023 to 24, this is how this is their interest. We have college, job, career, and military. You can see the percentage there.
is the survey being given to all the students or
Yes,
the
not the
okay,
high school students, yes.
high school?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then further down right here, this is the clusters. So you see how many students were interested in each
Oh, wow.
cluster. And then
I
further
see
down,
military still high, yeah?
you'll
Not
see that's
business.
how they progress throughout the year. So I believe, was it college, which was the biggest one? So that kind of dropped in their junior year to 53, and then the others kind of
They
shifted
change,
upward. Yes.
they shift what they
Yeah. So you can see the
So-
fluctuation all the way until.
So if a parent wants to know the student's result on an ASVAB, they go to their parent portal, would you have that?
We can make that available, but as of now, we don't have, we didn't turn it on yet because our goal is mainly for the weekly program because that's the report that we give back to you, the board, right? Not just to you, but also to the students. That way we can read the teachers can really guide them and provide pathways for their strengths. Because the goal of the WeCare program is you have 4 pathways that you're interested in based on your strengths and your interests. And then on your 10th grade, you drop 1. And then on your 11th grade, you drop 2 so that you can really have
Focus.
something to
You're really
focus
focused
on. And
what
then
you
the
need.
school will provide opportunities to help you. So if majority of the students on that year chose business, then the academic portion is to reach out to businesses to invite them to give them
More options or
options and opportunities to
Opportunities, yeah.
strengthen those.
So as an example, when they had field trips for the Trades Academy, I believe they had a list of those who were like really interested in those fields. So that's
the one that
yeah.
will go to. But they can change their path as they go
Mhm.
forward, right?
Because the exposure that we give them, right? So even if you're interested with it, through the other program, Zello, they find out for themselves that, oh, this is my point. And is this something that I can achieve, or it somehow guides the student. The beauty of using the advantage, I would say, or the benefits of using CARIINA is no longer that that's the the IT team or the data team need to do it manually. It's easier for
So they would just go in, we have the form already for the students. They would just go in and then the graph will update automatically.
Wow. I'm so happy to see that a lot of them are going to college.
and previously we have reported, right, that when we first started in 22-23 for that survey, most of them want to go straight to the job market. So we see that the weaker
Changing
program somehow is
Shifting, right?
shifting it, and they are more open to pursuing higher education.
Which is good,
Which
really,
is
I'm
what-
glad, yeah.
But if they decide to go into the trade, then we have those things available for them.
Right.
And the
Still high number in the
Improvement.
military 13.
yeah. And the improvement is now more because we get the feedback right away, then it's faster for the principals and to act on it, or the
Yeah.
curriculum team to act on it. Before, because we're doing it manually.
Yeah.
Now
I
it's
remember
computer.
the first year it's manual survey, and then you have to recount it. And then second year we improved, we use Google Forms. We need still the help of the IT team to enter everything, but
Yeah.
you need to filter it, and you have to be responsible on making the charts. But with this, they just complete the survey and automatically populates the chart.
As we go on with the survey, do you find people changing what they want later on in the future?
And it would show here because this is every year, right, Miss
Yes,
Sandy?
so the one on the way bottom, it says their current. year.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
yeah, I
So
see.
this batch or this yes, this batch, which are the graduating ones, right?
Yes.
So this is their first response in 2023 when they were ninth graders.
Ah,
So 66.7 is college and more in military on their 10th grade or
Soft because they started when they were soft.
oh, they started in sophomore because we
Okay.
didn't have the week year yet.
yeah.
So their first year of survey. Their second year of survey when they were juniors, it's somehow the same. But then you see the progression over
Yeah.
The college kind of dropped, but then the others increased.
Yeah, right.
so their shift depending on their pathways as well.
I've noticed that they're still undecided 2.3%.
And that's the goal of the weaker program, to lessen the undecided. And we'll see how it goes, especially if you're the batch that started the weaker program, which is the batch of 2028.
Do the counselors actually have a one-to-one discussion with the students on the ASVAB
On the
results?
ASVAB.
Well, I'm glad it's still high for the college.
The first time we had ASVAB, it's not the counselors, it was Dr. Lalaine who assessed the results, right? She did it manually, I remember, but now we really are improving because the feedback and the results, the assessment is they are evaluated on time, and
That's
that
good.
we share it not just to the teachers, but the counselors are involved. It's a really a team and group effort to make the weaker program.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad.
Thank you, Miss Candy, for all
So
your.
we still have a few undecided.
And this is just one part of the program that we could, or one part of the benefits of using CARIINA. We're improving the system, so we have a specified data team at designated data team or implementation team assigned to us, or a implementation person assigned to us. So we hold Zoom meetings still with them to improve the process. Now, their next target is to open it up for the parents so that if they wanted to register or enroll, they can also use the app. And it's really beneficial, and we'll keep updating you of the improvements for the use of CARIINA.
Do you know if any of the schools here on Guam are using this program?
Yes, so we are the first one, and then we shared it. I learned also decided
I
to
learned.
do it.
Okay. Yeah, they're using it also.
Yes.
Tyler.
So as the CEO, when you see information at a very wide angle, right, you would know who's responding timely versus untimely.
Yes. So there's another app that we use, but it's also in line with this. This is more on the operations, but there's a way to, like for example, the principals decided to put like observation requests. So they can do it here, and then they can track like how many already did they observe for their formal observation. So they're using this
It
to
really provides efficiency. Yeah,
to ease their work too, because of course administrators are always busy. And then with Miss Maria being the for behavior, every time before all the behavior referrals go straight to her when it could be filtered,
yeah.
right? And it could be addressed by the teachers. Why send it to her?
And that should always be the first step.
Because the program allows us to have filters and approval forms. Just like for example for maintenance requests, right? Before it comes to us for in procurement or the business, it has to be addressed first. If the person in charge cannot address it, and we need to purchase something, then that's the only time it will go to the business
Somebody else.
officer.
Yeah.
There's layer of the flow of the paperwork, and it reduces the paperwork. I think the IT gentlemen are the ones it's happy to use it, right? Do you have any comments, Mr. Jonah?
Happy to use the
Of the CARIINA app?
yes, very happy.
Yes, because they're they were saying that besides their WhatsApp, can you come here? Can you do my thing? They also have emails. They're already on their way to address one person, and then they will be pulled up by another teacher to, yeah,
Do something else.
to something else. So it really
Is it flexible enough to expand? For example, I'm thinking of like in personnel, right? Applications for the public rather than going to the
yes.
regular
So we
role.
have it too. So the boards are divided into different parts. So we
Okay.
have HR.
Ah,
So that's our next.
Yeah.
In the HR, what we opened is just the basic, the
Yeah,
common
yeah,
requests like BOE, but that's how we wanted to improve, especially now that we have a new personnel officer on board. He will be the one to
To
monitor
really
that.
communicate with CARIINA. That way we could um, improve or include all the other processes into this dashboard.
And how much are we paying for that?
There's a one-time payment before, and then as the implementation, it's per student or per student, yes, per student.
First?
Yes, per student. Let me just I only remember the one-time payment, but it's the per student. Is that do you have the information how much the per student cost for Carina? How much the one did we pay? Yeah, I'll give you the cheapest I don't I wanna give an accurate answer, but the cost is per student. There are several programs where there's.
So then would it be necessary to communicate with somebody if the enrollment goes down or if the
Oh, yes.
enrollment goes up?
Definitely, because it's a yearly subscription, so you
Okay.
just give them. Just like other programs. It goes by number
You
of
monitor,
students.
yes.
If it's a supplemental program, cello, for example, I excel, it's by student, but we try to use other funding sources like consolidated that because it's for us, so we're using only local funds. Next in the agenda would be the charter school program back in January. Oh, I also have informed the board that the charter schools are always meeting to pursue the CSP, which is a charter school program grant. And I just would like to update you that based on those meetings, we're trying to build or establish a network for charter schools because this is like a funding program. The first time we tried to apply under this charter school program, it's a federal program, we had to go through a state agency. So 3 years ago, I think we had to go through the federal programs division, which they really helped us. But the thing is, they are focused on consolidated grant. So the agreement or the discussion with the other charter school head is to form other separate than the council. Oh, here's the
Breakdown.
breakdown. Other than the separate than the charter council is to build and establish a network, a nonprofit network, which would handle the administration of the funding specifically for charters. So I would like to inform you that because that's the goal or that's where we're gearing at. Um, in our last meeting last week, as I learned, Mr. Will Castro, all the other charter schools are there, Miss Helen, myself. We wanted to participate and be part of this nonprofit organization who will be in charge of administering or applying for the charter school program. So right now we're collecting all the individual applications of the charter schools and then we will um, integrate it into one application to send it to
But
the
they're getting
CSC.
feedback from all of you, the charter school.
So right now we're looking into the structure, the bylaws and the articles of this nonprofit organization. Instead of going to DOE or the Federal Programming Division, because of course that's not really their
Yeah.
I would say their priority.
Yeah.
Although we've been receiving good help from the Federal Programs Division.
Well, that's good.
We don't want to wait. I guess not that we don't want to wait, but to
You
to
want them
expedite,
to
we
expedite
wanted
the
the
process,
money
yeah.
to have that chance of being part of it to receive the funds that we wanted to establish. I'll keep updating you. I know that every charter school has to report to their board and get their approval if they are good, if they really want to be part of this network. I will bring it up again in the next board meeting when the chairwoman is here, that we would have to, the board would have to take a vote on it, decide further. Probably after a work session that we're ready, the board is ready when if if you decide to participate and be part of this nonprofit. It's like a CM.
Have you thought of maybe giving the board, the council, a presentation on this?
She's involved in our meeting. She's part of
Okay.
the group. The thing
Okay.
is, it has to be separate because
Offshore.
the council is more of the compliance of the charter schools, and then they don't have the resources.
I know. I'm just thinking, a presentation and then all the other charter schools.
There's
Can
only three charter schools, right? How many?
There's 7 charter schools now,
Oh,
but
seven
for
now.
sure the 3 are moving forward to the CSP now. The other schools are still getting they have to report to their respective boards.
Sure.
And um, we tried it before. I learned, and Guahan tried to apply for this program. Unfortunately, just like the building hope, right? There's so many charter schools in the states, and we don't even know if we did it right.
Yeah.
There's no guidelines, but with having this nonprofit, it's like it will stand as the state agency who will take all the applications and submit it to the
Would you
Moving
know how
forward.
many charter schools in the US are using this?
CSP. There's a lot. All the charter schools they submit
Wow.
it, and there's a lot of competition. The good thing is that because in the Trump organization, there's a bill being passed to improve, and I believe the executive order from the president is more focused on the giving charter schools that the equity of using federal funds.
Oh, that's good.
There were news 2 years or last year that it will probably be a tuition fee um, process, so that if you're a student, that tuition fee, let's say just for example 10,000 is for your appropriation. You choose to go to a public school, it's the same amount that you go when you go to a charter school, or even to the private school, because that's a mandate. Equitable education for every student. We don't have the guidelines yet, but charter schools are really um, developing, and we want to be part of those. Like
So the charter schools are getting together to really
twice, at a minimum, we meet twice a month on incentives like this. Mr. Will Castro called it think tank, but we are in coordination with the council, and we share resources too.
Yeah.
So,
That's
because
good.
the success of the charter schools, it's not just for one charter school, it's
But for all,
for,
yeah.
for all the charter schools.
Will Castor's in Agate, right?
Yes, it's in charge of career tech.
Career Tech, yeah, that's the one right next to the traffic light.
Yeah. Next in our agenda would be the Typhoon Sinlaku Damage reports. We're very blessed that we did not have significant damages except for the ceiling tiles that got wet. But in a span of just the weekend, we were able to contract someone to replace them. The process is to submit it to Cortec, but definitely Cortec is so busy to handle those, and we can't wait for them to be replaced because we want our students to return back for instruction. So we were able to contact someone else. We did contact several vendors, the common vendors who are repairing our the maintenance, who is who we contracted before for the maintenance, but they are also very busy, and they don't have that time because we only had Saturday and Sunday to open up for Monday. But we are able to open.
That's
You
good.
replaced it, yeah.
It was AC also, there's two ACs that were damaged, but we were able to find someone to repair it right away. But we can't afford to wait for the quartet to come and handle it. Internet was somehow damaged. So Tuesday, Wednesday, I think we had fluctuations. We had fluctuation of power on Tuesday, but we survived. Water was provided, potable water was provided for our students in the offices and also by the vendor. Other than that, we have documentation of everything that was damaged in the event that funding is again available here in one.
Yeah, so you can submit it in to them.
For a second
Refund, yeah.
And then that's it for our report, the admin report. Thank you very much. And we now move on to
We have,
something.
yeah, we don't have any for governance. Luke, do you have anything for governance?
No, that's
Okay.
Madam Faith.
Yeah, but Madam Fay didn't say anything, so we'll
Yes,
wait for
yes.
her return.
That's why you didn't put them.
Yeah, okay. Curriculum, college and career committee report. Finish that, yeah. Human resources.
That's Miss May.
Lou, do you have anything for human resources?
Yeah.
Stephanie?
So as of today, the following positions are vacant. Elementary teacher, primary, for the primary. Is this the one vacated by Mrs. My Miss all that kindergarten teacher?
No, it's
No, another one.
This is for the incoming school year.
Oh.
Every
Oh,
all positions are filled
For now,
It's just
right?
that which we have mentioned, right? We're trying to open up so that we can have 3 sections of in the
teacher
event.
assistant, accounting clerk, accountant, attendance safety officer. I'm very disappointed because that person that I was talking to was really interested and then made a follow-up and there was no feedback. So I don't want to keep bugging the person, right? But we'll just continue to advertise. Administrative assistant, office clerk, and administrative secretary.
Yeah, they're all the same. It's just different classes, I would say, but
Yeah.
we just need office assistant to the principal.
Ah. Anything else, Miss Lou?
No, that's it.
Okay.
Recently filled would be our personnel officer.
Pardon me?
The recently position that was
Human
filled is
resources.
our personnel officer.
Yes, yeah.
So we got that.
So that's Phil now.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do we have anything?
Yes,
Mr.
I'll
Iblak is
report
not
for
here.
Mr. Ivla, Budget
Okay.
and Finance. Last April 7, we held a work session with the board and we just discussed about the results from OPA and our independent auditor. We were in the news again, but not for good so far. And we already have it was already out in the OPA website. Budget hearing actually happened that Friday before the
Last week, right?
typhoon.
Yeah,
Yes, Friday before the typhoon. So everything is good so far. We were told that um, there's no decision yet on the approval of the charter school's request to increase the amount and the cap because the senators or the legislature is waiting for the other agencies, especially GBOP budget before they can say. But all the senators who were present in the budget hearing are very pleased to see the results, the measurable results that each charter
Charter
school
school.
is showing and demonstrating despite the 7,800 appropriation. And so if we could do more and we're responsible with little, then we can be more responsible with much more. That's it for the budget. Audit committee report, or actually in your with your, I'll just go over it. For you not here in your packet, you would see the third quarter report for our appropriation. January, February, and March. So today, beginning October 1st, 2025, our expenses will be 2,072,000. The next page, this is the breakdown of our allotment from DOA, approved allotment from DOA, and we still have a balance of 4 million.
4 million now.
The report that you have with you is up to the end of March.
Yeah, March 26th, yeah.
The third page will show the breakdown of the expenses every quarter, with the personnel and the benefits, contractual services, and the usual
Materials and
utilities
supplies.
and its supply. As much as possible, we use consolidated grant for instructional equipment and supplies and subscription. Are there any questions by trustees? So
No questions. Go ahead, proceed.
we may now move on to number 7. That's yours.
Yeah, and we don't have, you said you're just looking at the school right now to see if there's any damages, but nothing, right?
No.
And I will go ahead and make sure that we try and get, I'll stop by the governor's office to get that contract.
Oh, I don't think you can hear. Yeah, so
Oh, Our contract for our charter school.
you were informed that
It was approved, yeah, because it has to go to, the audit first people before it goes back to the governor's office.
you meant the AG.
Yeah. But
So-
already,
So it's
I was,
still with the AG?
according to according to the governor's office, Lieutenant Governor, already they approved it. So I
Okay.
told them to call Ann to give her the contract, but she said she hasn't received it. So I'm gonna stop by there today
Oh, okay.
and check with the Lieutenant
Okay.
Governor. But they told me already, Popik told me that it was already approved.
You just have to make sure when is it good for, because the last
Remember we asked for 3 years,
signature-
right?
But even if you ask for 3 years, we still need to know so that we can plan for the renewal again,
Yeah.
because we have not received the signed and approved MOA since 2023. So although we are allowed by the governor to stay here, we want that
You're
assurance
in writing, yeah.
for our students and families. And then it's good that we allocate a budget for it in the event that we don't get the renewal. So we can, but we don't want to just, it would take time.
Yeah, we want to get that
I-
approval.
I
It's
wonder
already-
if there's like a strategy that, it's just giving them faith and hope that they will continue to take care of the.
I know
I-
we
I
did ask
think-
for three.
I think
three additional
sometimes
years.
maybe not talking about it is a good thing. I don't know, Maybe, if they have not notified you to take
Yeah.
another
re-
course of
yeah.
action, then then we're still okay, I
Yeah.
guess.
And it's
you
in
know,
the
so-
report actually, because we have correspondence from the governor, um, the governor's office, that they're not, um,
But we did write a
We
new
have
memo requesting for 3 years, right?
it's a matter, and we update the governor's office on our plans to move, of course, and have our own, or have a
Have our
more
own
permanent,
school.
permanent facility that would this. So let's keep working on it. We'll be working on it for not just expansion, but to support the main programs that we have. Child nutrition program, AmeriCorps, and our leader. Yeah.
So
Our students deserve an I would say a more safe and
environment, yeah.
functional facility, even for our athletics sport.
I know that's one thing we don't have, right, is for our athletic.
And it adds up to our expenses to rent transportation buses to bring them to rent another facility for practice. It adds up to.
They don't have any here from the other schools, not here anymore. Starting school.
No, but
They
they don't
moved out
have
already?
also they also don't have a gym. So
I thought they had a gym, but they didn't have. Okay.
starving.
I think new business.
Yeah, no new business, right?
Yes. Do we want to
Executive session?
This will be quick.
Yes, because I have a personal
Yes.
matter that,
So
Okay, let's go ahead then to
yeah.
go into executive session, so we have to cut off.
at 12:34.
Bye. Thank you,
Okay.
ladies.
Thanks, ladies. Have a good rest of the day. Okay, can we go ahead and move to executive?
You have to vote first, so yes, right?
Yeah.
Everyone agrees to move to the executive session.
Yep.
Okay,
Sir?
go ahead.
pause.
Check, yeah, pause it, please, yeah. Okay,
Let
yep.
us know when you're
Recording stopped.
Okay, so what executive session?